knew that was gonna be the theme. Hello you guys, welcome back to another vlog and welcome to this month's reading vlog. I'm so excited to read some books with you guys. I have realized that I love to do reading vlogs. I feel like they're just so cozy and fun to make. However, right now it is literally still January. It is January 29th and I don't plan on posting this video until well into February, I think. So because of that, I'm giving myself plenty of time to get a bunch of books read, and I don't have a time constraint on when I have to finish the book so that I can edit it and upload it and everything. So this reading vlog is going to probably take place in the background of a lot of my other vlogs, so maybe I'll use some of the footage here and there, but I think that's going to be the best way for me to film a quality reading vlog with you guys without being like constricted or time pressured. So with that said, getting to the book that I'm currently reading, because I feel like it's a very February related book. I'm reading Heartless by Melissa Meyer and I'm loving it so far. I've heard such great things. I went into it basically blind. I know that it's about the Queen of Hearts and like the reason why she's gone kind of crazy, but I haven't really read much about it. I don't really remember the synopsis. I just know that she had like an arranged marriage and she doesn't want any part of it. She was like arranged to be married to the king and she doesn't want it, and she's in love with someone else instead. So like there's a lot of moving parts going on right now, and she just found out about this arranged marriage like the night before. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm not gonna talk anything more about it because that's part of the synopsis, but the rest of the book probably obviously isn't, and I don't want to have any spoilers on here. But if you have read the book and love it, please let me know in the comments because I would love to chat with you guys about this book because I can already tell it's going to be one of my favorites of the year. So yeah, with that said, I think I'm going to use reading that book as a reward for doing some productive things because I have a lot of computer work to get done. I have to apply to a couple of jobs because I have some jobs saved from the weekend that came through and I want to apply to those. I also need to edit my February reset vlog, which isn't even up yet as I'm filming this, but it's obviously been up for a while now that you're actually watching this video, so I have to do that. And then I have some short form things to edit and like conceptualize and plan out because I'm feeling really inspired with short form right now, and I want to get these ideas on paper and just like recorded before I completely forget about it and lose all motivation whatsoever. So those are all of the things that I have to do, and I feel like the best way to do it is to go outside of my apartment and get some productivity sessions in because I feel like being at home right now, I'm not at my most productive right now. So we're gonna head out to one of my favorite public workspaces to do a bunch of work. It's currently 12:42, so I have plenty of time before my fiance gets home. I can spend a couple of hours out there doing my own thing, and then I'm gonna use reading as like a reward for getting a task done. So I'm gonna bring my Kindle with me. That way I can do a task, do an application, read a couple pages, do an application, do a couple pages. It'll just give me a little bit of incentive to keep going and also make progress on the book. So it's gonna be like a win-win situation. Like I said, I'm loving this book, so I'm totally fine with using reading as an excuse instead of just like doom scrolling the whole time and not getting anything done, because that has been my kryptonite lately and I want to spend as much time off of my phone as I can. So that's my rambly random intro rant that generally happens around here, but I'm gonna go pack my backpack with all of the necessary things that I'm going to be bringing to this outside coffee shop like place. It's not even really a coffee shop, it's more like a co-working public workspace, but I love it and it is great for my productivity, so we're gonna head there, get some work done, do some reading probably, and have a cutie little afternoon out and about. So let's pack a bag, pack my Kindle, and see what we can get done today. Hello you guys, it's been a couple of days since I think I have vlogged for this vlog. It is Tuesday, February 3rd. I think the last time that I read was on Sunday. I think when I was reading on Sunday, I was about 75% of the way through the book-ish, and there were a lot of things that happened between then and when I finished the book last night. I gave this book a 4.75 star, and the reason why it doesn't have that little quarter of a star to make it a 5-star read is the way it made me feel at the end. Those who have read this book know what I'm talking about. One of my favorite characters had something happen That's all I'm gonna say. It made me so sad. I definitely bawled, and I should have recorded it for the vlog purposes, but I didn't because I was just eating it up and too engulfed by the story to even pick up my camera. So anyway, it was such a great book though, other than the like very ending that irked me a little bit. But the reason why the Queen of Hearts is the way that she is makes a lot of sense after reading this book. I don't think this book is like entirely canon in the like Alice in Wonderland storyline, but I'm going to imagine that it is because it was a beautifully written book, and there's a lot of plot twists that happened, and I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I highly recommend you read Heartless, even if you're not a fan of Alice in Wonderland, because I'm not a huge fan of like the original stories, but reading about the Queen of Hearts and like how she became to be the Queen of Hearts gives me a little bit of sympathy for her. So anyway, I'm in need of something that's a little bit less intense, a little bit more fluffy, a little palate cleanser, if you will. So on my Libby Loan shelf, I now have a book called Kisses and Croissants by Annie Sophie. I don't know how to say her last name. It's apparently about this girl who goes to Paris and wants to be ballerina, I think. It looks really cute and fun, and it's apparently like a little cutesy romance vibe, so I'm excited to read it. It looks really cute. The cover is so Valentine's coded, so that's part of the reason why I want to read it so bad, but I'm really excited about it. So at some point today, I'm probably going to start that book, but I do also need to get going on a couple of productive things for a different vlog, so I'll be back with you guys when I actually start this book and get going on it. But that's my reading vlog update for today. I'm gonna go do some productive things, and I'll be back with you guys in a little while. Long time no see. It's been a long time since I've actually done any reading for this vlog, but today is, what day even is it today? February 11th. So it's been like a week since I have done any reading at all, and I want to get back into it again. I have about 10 minutes until my laundry is done, and I have to go out and do a couple of errands. So in those 10 minutes, we're going to do a little bit of reading together. The book that I'm reading right now is called Kisses and Croissants on my Kindle with Libby. This is by Anne Sophie Johano, I think is how you say her name. However her name is spelled down there, if you can even read it. It's really cute. It's just like a fun little middle grade romance, but I want something a little bit more of like a palate cleanser after reading the intensity that was Heartless. So this has been really fun to get into. Last night I started this book and I'm already 28% of the way, so I'm eating this thing up, but honestly, it's probably because it's meant for like a high school age. Sometimes middle grade books are hard to read in that they're a little too simple, you know? But this one is actually really cute, really well written, and I'm enjoying it. I'm flying through it too, as you can tell. So I'm hoping to get a couple of chapters read with you guys today, as well as probably tonight get a good chunk of this done, because I do have to return this book in like 4 days. It's been in my library, like on my card for the last week and a half. So my loan is about to run out, so we have to fly through this book, and honestly, I think the pacing is going to work out pretty perfect. So we're going to read this for a little while until my laundry is done, head out for a little while, and then I have to film a different video today so I can get that uploaded for this week. I'm going to continue reading this, see how far we get in the next like 10 minutes, and then I'll get back with you guys the next time I read and give you guys an update. Hi you guys, it is another day. I think it's also been like a week since I last filmed for this vlog, but I'm in my car today because I'm running some errands, and I'm here at opening of Bath & Body Works so that I can smell all of their Disney Princess Collection things, because as we all know, I am a huge Disney adult, and when Disney and Bath & Body Works do a collaboration, I need to get my hands on it. So I'm here at opening, so hopefully get a couple of things before they sell out today. But because I'm here at like 15 minutes before opening, I literally have had my Kindle here with me, and I've just been reading. I've been reading every night for the last couple of nights now. It's been amazing, and I'm now 2/3 of the way exactly through the book, 66%. It's getting really cute. It's very much like a teenager rom-com romance situation, but it's really sweet and cute and fun. It's about this girl, I think I told you about it already, who is going to Paris for a ballet program, and she meets this boy who is the instructor's son and doesn't realize it until she's fully with him. It's a whole thing, but it's been really cute. I got to a plot twist just now, and I was like, I need to tell them about it. So I'm trying not to do any spoilers here, but basically someone tattled on her and now is in trouble with the instructor, but she kind of saw it coming anyway. The thing about it is it wasn't the person that she thought had tattled on her, so I don't know where this is all coming from, but I hope that all made sense. Anyway, I'm going to continue reading for the next 10 minutes because it's 9:50. The store opens at 10. So we're going to read a little bit until then. And then I'm going to run a couple of errands, go to Bath & Body Works. I have to go to another store for something. I have to do a return, that kind of thing. Just kind of boring, mundane things. And then I'm also going to go to the gym today. I'm wearing a sports bra underneath the Spirit jersey and jacket and leggings so that I can go to the gym, do a little cardio workout and an arm workout. And I'm going to bring my Kindle in there as well. So I figured I would just tell you guys about the plans now, so that when you see a bunch of B-roll, you're not confused. So anyway, I'm going to continue reading this book. I'm on chapter 23. An hour and 21 minutes left in the book is what my Kindle says. So we should be able to finish it probably today or tomorrow, which is great because I've been itching to find a new book to read. This one hasn't really been like engrossing me the way that Heartless did, or the way that like Wings of Starlight in my last vlog did. So either way, we're going to continue reading this book for a little while and see how far we get today. Hello you guys, it is the next day and I have my Kindle out here because we're going to finish this book together. In the car yesterday, I read up to 70%, which was pretty good. I read about 3% of the book in the car in those like 15-ish minutes that I was waiting to go into Bath & Body Works, which you're gonna have to wait until the next video to see what the haul is because I did kind of go ham there. But anyway, I read a bunch in the car yesterday. I read a ton last night. Like I'm talking 20% of my book was read last night. So I am now at 93%. We're going to finish this book together and then pick out a new one. So far, I'm liking where it's going. There was a major plot point that happened last night at about 90%. It was looking so good, and then there was something bad that happened, and now I'm like, what ends up happening here? So I think the moral of the story is gonna be like things happen in a way that you don't expect or least expect, and everything works out for a reason. I think that's gonna be kind of the vibes for the ending. But either way, we're going to continue finishing Kisses and Croissants today, and then we're gonna pick out a new book. I don't know which one's gonna be. I have one book in my physical collection that I could read, and I also have a couple of picks on Libby that I could also pull out. So we're gonna look at that later. For now, let's finish this book together. I knew it. A quote from this says, "The original plan isn't always the best one." I knew that was gonna be the theme. It's so cute, this ending. That was so cute. Ah, I kind of saw the ending coming, but still, I love a cutie little, just easy, fluffy romance. So that's the end of that book. Okay, so for a star rating / review, I'm going to give this book 4 stars. The main reason why I'm giving it 4 stars is not exactly for like substance and plot as much as it is for setting and vibes. I just loved reading this book in February. Reading a book set in Paris with a ballerina, it just gave me all kinds of February vibes. Plus the cute French guy that's involved is adorable, and I don't know, something about it was just so cute. She fell, but he fell first and fell harder. That's kind of the trope. It was really cute and really fun to read. Once I got into it, maybe part of it is just the fact that my attention span is literally abysmal, but part of it I think also was I was just not really into reading the book until I got maybe 50% of the way through the book, and I was like, okay, I want to sit down and actually read this now. So the last week or so, I've been doing really good with reading before bed, and that has helped a lot with the progress on the book and my attention span, so like it's a win-win situation. But anyway, I think based on the vibes and all of the things surrounding this book, I want to give this book 4 stars. It was solid. It was really cute. Was it knock my socks off amazing? No. But it was still fun to read. So now we're gonna get into picking my next book to read. I have one book on my physical shelf that I could potentially pull out, and I still might, but there are some books on my Libby app that I have saved that seem kind of cute and interesting. So we're gonna see if anything tickles my fancy to read next. There's one book that I've been wanting to read for a while, and it's actually on my holds shelf, but it still has a month and a half of waiting, so we're gonna have to wait on that, unfortunately. I'm trying not to buy any books. I'm trying to just do free or what I already currently have. So Libby is where it's at for that, because I don't have Kindle Unlimited or anything like that. Okay, I've done some searching and I think I've picked my next book to read. I thought I was gonna maybe want to read this one. This is The Baby Dragon Cafe by A.T. Qureshi, I think is how you say that person's name. The cover is adorable. I was drawn to the cover. However, this is a duology and you can only really get them physically. You can't really get them on digital forms as of right now. I'm gonna have to look at Kindle and see, but either way, I have this in physical form, so I feel like I should get the second book, the sequel, in physical form as well. And I like to read my series as kind of one after the other if I can, so I might pause on this and read this probably next month or something. It's really cute. It's about this cafe owner and a guy who has a dragon that it's not trained very well, and so they trade training for keeping the cafe afloat. It seems really cute and fun, but I'm not sure I'm into wanting to read this right now. I feel like this is like a true springtime kind of book for some reason. So I think I'm gonna wait to read this until probably March so that I can buy the next book and read them both at the same time, or one after the other at least. So I'm gonna put this book back in my desk and I'm going to tell you guys about the book that I've picked out to read next. The next book that I'm going to be reading is called The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. I've heard a couple of good things about this on social media and book talk and all of that. There's actually a little blip about it before you even get into the synopsis of the book that says, a new Victorian inspired romantasy, perfect for fans of Bridgerton, The Selection, and The Cruel Prince. So it seems like it's a mixture mostly of Bridgerton with like the Regency era vibes and The Selection in the fact that there's a competition for a marriage and like a crown. It seems really good. So I think this is going to be what we end up going for. There's this girl who is desperate to have something going on in her life because she has a lot of problems in her personal life with like her family and all of that. She enters this competition to be a princess, marry one of the queen's sons. It's like the eldest son. She goes into this competition and the guy's brother, the second prince, is trying to help her win. It seems very much like The Selection, and there's a love triangle involved and stuff, and there's a competition. Obviously there are some events, trials, and tribulations and stuff that she's gonna have to go through to get there. So I'm excited, I'm intrigued. We're going to click borrow on this book and probably start this tonight. I feel like I'm gonna probably end up wanting to read this before bed tonight, so I'm gonna put a pause on reading right now, but I am telling you that this is the next book that I'm gonna read. I'm gonna click borrow right now. So now it's on my Kindle, ready to go for tonight.